Brought to you by Penguin.
City of the Dead by James Patterson and Mindy McGinnis. Read by Chloe Cannon. Prologue. Who goes back to the city that tried to kill her? An idiot, that's who. But this idiot has wings, and I've spent most of my life learning how to fight. I guess that's supposed to be some sort of primal thing, fight or flight. There aren't a lot of people who learn how to do both at the same time. I'm one of them. But I'm still an idiot. Last time I saw Max, my mom, she told me that there will always be a war somewhere, and wherever that was, she and the flock would be there to fight it. Given that she had 2 bullet holes in her at the time, the speech was pretty darn moving. I told her I'd be right there next to her, but that had lasted about as long as a pretty sunset, which in the City of the Dead means not long. The pollution is better than it used to be, because the new Hope for Opes centers shut down the dope factories, but I still have to fly pretty high to get to clean air. That's where I am now. Up. It's the only place I can get away from the council, the people who are running the city now that McCallum and the 6 families are gone. Max and Fang, my dad, had me stay behind with my own little flock, kids from the children's home that I'd grown up with and looked out for. Calypso, Rain, and Moke. But sometimes I even gotta get away from them, so I glide over here to the marble tower and watch the sunset, the warm rays getting choked out by the still lingering smog. This is pretty much my own quiet time, and I can get kinda pissy if the council needs me, or even my own group of orphan kids. The only person allowed up here with me is my trained raptor, Ridley. Her head turns, eyes unblinking as her talons dig into my shoulder. She sees something she doesn't like, which means I probably won't like it either. I follow her gaze, squinting in the dusk to see a fast-moving shadow tracing the edge of the fallow forest, which is just weird. Nobody goes in there. That place is overgrown and impossible to move through. Plus, I've heard more than a few scary stories about it. Not exactly bedtime stories either, because I didn't have a mom or dad to tell me those. More like nightmare stories about things that live in there. Things like I'm seeing right now. I shift, and Ridley moves with me, both of us extending our wings as we take off, cutting the distance between us and the shadow. In the last of the evening light, I can see that it's a creature on all 4s, back hunched, a tail zigzagging in the grass behind it. I dive for a closer look, and it stands up on its back 2 legs, like a human. I hit the skids, letting an updraft grab my wings as Ridley lets out a distressed caw, right into my ear. She knows as well as I do. Nothing and nobody goes into that dark, overgrown wreck of a woods. Nothing human, anyway. Yep, like I said, I'm an idiot for agreeing to come back here. But maybe Max and Fang are idiots too, because they didn't have to leave the City of the Dead to find the next war. Looks like there's a new one brewing right below me. Chapter 1. I've never been much of a morning person, and seeing the council first thing doesn't improve my mood. The council was formed after McCallum was overthrown, and the thug families of the 6 went down with him. I know that bullets and bragging are no way to run a city, but I don't think that boring meetings at 6 in the morning are the way to go either. I'm yawning and have a knuckle in my eye when somebody says my name. I look up to find that every adult in the room is looking at me, and I don't know what the question was, or even who asked it.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?